Okay, update time for this channel. So right now I have another one that I began like 2 months ago, another channel, but I got so busy with a new job that I began also 2 months ago that I had to kind of like put everything on hold, literally everything else, my hobbies, uh, anything online, everything else I had to put on hold. But right now I am probably at the best spot, like job wise and financially, that I've ever been, in the last 5 years. And basically I got the financial situation solved with a job that takes me 5 hours per day, no more than that. So 5 hours per day maximum. So now I can, without having to worry, about how everything else is doing, which is a big worry. It's a big problem, really. It's really hard to be focused on producing videos or on making writing a science fiction series or doing other things if you don't have at least the basics, financially solved completely, so you don't have to worry about that. And now I am at that spot. So what's gonna happen is that last 3 months the only thing I did was everything related to the job. So I had to literally quit everything else. It's the real reason why I completely quitted the not forever obviously, but at least for now, the beer gaming and beer videos and all that. And I also had to stop the planning and writing of the science fiction series. But what's gonna happen now that I got all that solved, and all that solved in 5 hours per day, is that I'm gonna have some time extra to work on the writing of the books and on anything else that I want to do. But the main thing is obviously the writing of the books. So here's what I'm thinking. This is where this video is going to split, because I'm gonna make a video like this for the main channel. This channel is youtube.com/@Valkerian Creator, which is my PSN, PlayStation Network username. Valkerian Creator wasn't something random. It's actually one of the characters, one of the science fiction action characters that I can write about in one of the books that I can write about. So Valkerian Creator is not something random. It's actually one of the characters that I can create. So, and that's why I chose it. That's why I chose that name. And it was a big motivation, a big inspiration. Like I maybe did so well in the virtual reality games because it was, the guy with the Valkerian Creator username. So I had to live up to that name based to what I had in mind for that character, which is not out yet. The book with that character is not on the wild. It's not finished and delivered yet. But when I get there, people are going to understand why it was such a motivation for me. So this channel is at Valkerian Creator. So what I'm gonna do here is that so far this channel is pretty much almost all VR videos of gaming videos. I'm gonna leave all that there for you to see. I'm not gonna do like some people that when they decide to make a big change, they come and go clean slate and delete everything and make a new channel. That's not reasonable, because all the people that added themselves here and subscribed, that like what I uploaded here, are obviously people that like the VR gaming. So most likely they are even VR gaming people, players, players, gamers, beer fans, like I am, and like I was, like in a very intense manner for a few years. That's what I ended up like with more than 50 platinums in beer games and all that. It was very intense for me, but I really enjoyed the hobby, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys and girls, share it with everyone. It was a hobby that I really enjoyed. So even if I put it on hold now and I go more into the books and into the author related channel, which is the other one, that is youtube.com/@author Pedro Cristobal, which is my name. So I'm going to go from Valkerian Creator, which is basically the gamer's profile and the uh, you know, nickname of one of the characters that I can write about, to the real deal, which is the author's channel, where I'm going to, finally focus on what I can do with the books and that. Good news is that I finally got a job that solves my financial side. So after those 5 hours with that job, which, just so you know, it is math related. So I am on one side a math guy, on the other side a science fiction author. So I'm like, and on the middle a VR gamer. Though, even though I'm gonna reduce that a lot. So here's what I'm gonna do. For the other channel, which I'm gonna link a lot here from now on, you're gonna see a lot of stuff, anything I publish here that is not an old video from one of the beer games I used to play before, that is gonna be related to the other channel, to the author's channel. So what I'm gonna do is that here I'm gonna go back to my catalog. I still have a bunch of beer gaming videos that I didn't upload. It was a big hobby, so anytime that I had like a really good session or something really cool that happened in the game, I will record it and I will keep the video like saved like in a terabyte in a separate storage of space I have there saved. So I have a lot of videos that I didn't upload. So what I might do, because after all, I'm pretty sure that many of the people that subscribe here, they did it because of the beer gaming. So I'm gonna go through that, and if there is any other video that I find really interesting, really cool, something, another beer feed that I got in the bag that I didn't upload. Like for example, I didn't upload the Horizon Call Mountain videos with the challenges, with the 2 challenges, the climbing one with the ropes and the other one with the archery shooting. I never uploaded that, so I'm gonna upload that. But I'm gonna go over what I have saved, and if there's anything else that's really good, I'm gonna upload that too. After that is done, I think that will be it for the VR gaming videos that I will upload on this channel. And then from then on, after that moment, it's gonna be all focused on the on the books, on the entertainment that I can produce, which is basically the science fiction action thrillers. And that's very important. It's not slow, boring, technical, highly mathematical science fiction. It's actually fun, adventurous action thrillers that also have the science fiction topics, such as intelligent robots. We're gonna have a lot of that here on planet Earth for the human race. So I want to have a lot of that, and I do have a lot of that in my stories. And there's much more. But I'm not gonna tell you about it now. I want you to find out as you read them, as I share them. So this channel is gonna have a lot of that. And what I'm gonna do in the other channel is that the other channel is gonna have also a lot of that, but that's gonna be the other side of the channel. Is gonna be like personal, like me. Like for example, in the other channel I'm gonna show you these tapestries that I have here to put in the background, the ones that I like. I might make a video of that, what I like for the backgrounds and why I like tapestries so much. There are many of them. This one, obviously I picked this one because of the library here and the view of the tree, which to me is something that is I don't know, inspiring, something natural, invigorating, something that since I'm here, this is like the room where I'm gonna be writing and doing my things, my work. Having this here is gonna be something inspiring for me, and seeing it every day is gonna remind me about, well, the epic books that I can write. So it's gonna be, I also like having the street here, something natural, something that reminds me of nature and the planet and all that. So I'm gonna be talking about many of those things. And in the other channel, for example, I want to publish videos where there are things that I learned that help me a lot and that still help me a lot. And I'm gonna make videos about those, telling you so that you can learn them too. For example, swimming. I didn't know how to swim until I was 27, I think. 27 or 28. When I was giving math classes at school was when I also took the time to go through the great difficulty, because it wasn't easy, it was really difficult for me, of self-teaching myself a bunch of skills that I didn't know yet. Swimming was one of them, probably the one that I consider most important because it's survival, and it is it was one of those things that I had never learned and I really wanted to learn. So there were many things that I learned those few years ago, and I want to make a video for some of them, telling the viewers or the people that like the way I talk, or the people that want to be friends with Valkerian creator, who is in fact author Pedro Cristobal. We're the same person. Whenever I say this, I feel like like the Spider-Man stuff and all those. That on one side they're doing this very normal thing, and on the other side these people have potential to do these other greater things. I feel that way sometimes with the books, with the stories and the series that I can write. In my opinion, they are better, like not a little bit better, but for me at least a lot better than, for example, Attack on Titan in anime. Attack on Titan was good but so depressing. Like I prefer things that are more action oriented with a great story. They have drama in it, of course. There are difficult moments in the stories, but they are not so depressing as Attack on Titan, which is, depression is a theme throughout the whole story in Attack on Titan. I rather have something that is more, action packed. Something like the Avengers, but hopefully a better story than the Avengers, even better than that. That's what I really want to produce and share, and sell too, right? But I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I like it. I just think that I cannot share it for free, even though I have my financial situation solved with the job. Because when you do things free, people are not going to appreciate it as much as if they bought it for a very fair price, probably lower price than any of the other big things of entertainment and big things of vacations that we have. And if they pay a low price for it and they end up realizing that it was a magnificent experience in their lives, reading that book or reading those books, I think that it will be like a significant moment in their lives, and then it will be like something good for me to do, basically, like something that is at legacy level. Like I feel that if it is, and I feel that it is, by the way, if it is at that level where it can inspire many people and it can be something greater than Attack on Titan, greater, maybe at the level, I really love that series, at the level of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, maybe better than Stargate SG-1, which I also watched and enjoy very much. Better than Stargate Atlantis. And definitely better than French. And I like French too, but not all of it. There were episodes that I didn't like. But in what I'm gonna do, I like all the episodes. So it's it's something that I feel that positioned correctly and reaching the right amount of people, it could be something big. You never know until it's done, but I feel that way about it, and I feel very strongly about it, to the point where I'm basically organizing my life to be able to do that, and that's basically it. So what I'm gonna do with the channel at Valkerian Creator, I'm gonna leave all the wonderful VR gaming videos there. That was a part of my life during the last 4 years. It was one of my biggest hobbies, probably the second biggest hobby, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I'm not gonna go like one of those people that were, oh, you wasted a lot of time gaming and you could have been reading books. You would already have finished your first 2 books if you had not been gaming at all. You know what? Let's be real here. I enjoyed the gaming. I had a good time with the gaming. I feel that I even got skills from the gaming. Like, I got better at, for example, playing racquetball, because I used to play too much Beat Saber in Expert Plus, and that improved my reflexes for racquetball. So it really gave me, it gave me joy. I had some difficult years there where I was doing badly, in several ways. Financially was probably the main one of them, and it gave me joy. So I'm glad I did all the VR gaming. It gave me another vision of what great modern entertainment is. So I now understand the kinds of books that I have to write so that I can compete with all that. So that even a bigger gamer would choose to enjoy my series more than playing another video game. Why would that be? Well, it has to be a series that is at that level. It has to be, and I understand what that level is. Because I was like, I don't want to say this to brag, because I'm really not that great at it. I really don't consider myself that good, but you know, statistically, I was like in the one of the pros, basically, like top 100 number of people that got VR platinums in PSVR 1. I wasn't that much into it anymore, you know, because I was busier with the other things in my life with PSVR 2. But in PSVR 1, I really went in overdrive with this, you know, VR gaming hobby, and I ended up with a lot of things. I think in Dance Collider, the American version, because if we go to the other venture, there's a guy there that is unbeatable. But in the North American version in Dance Collider in PSVR 1, I got the highest score for the hardest song in the whole game. In Super Hypercube, for the PSVR 1 version, I ended up with the highest score in the game. That was so crazy, so incredible. Is the day when I did that, my adrenaline was at at the epic levels. The day when I finally got to do that. And there were many things that I really enjoyed from my time with video games. So I'm not gonna go now like these people that go, oh, okay, so I'm gonna erase all that. I wasted that time. No, I didn't waste anything. It was good, because in the business of entertainment, you know, for writing a science fiction series, for the new modern era, for the new generation, you need to understand what the modern generation and the new generation is enjoying. A big part of it is the gaming, the beer gaming, all the social media stuff, all the, how can we name this? All the robotic stuff that is coming, and all that I have in mind for these stories. The two first ones that I'm thinking about beginning with, one of them has to do with Mars and the Earth. So there's a connection between Mars and the Earth, and there are two women protagonists from Mars that come to Earth in this story, and then, you know, the whole saga develops from that. The other one, there are two big protagonists, and there are others, there are villains and all that, and one of the big protagonists is a human. Well, it had to be, right? And the other one is what I call a robo-sapien. So it is basically an intelligent robot, quote from the future. I say quote because we don't really know. Maybe we already have something like that existing today, but we just don't know. But in this story, I already go further beyond, so that you know, whoever reads it can actually get like a long view into what might be coming, and we're gonna get it through a great story. So it's not just, oh, look at this great science fiction ideas. It's not just that. We also have a great story behind it with great characters. So the main thing is always gonna be not just the hard science fiction part, but the entertainment, which I think is something I'm really good at. And the main reason for that is that I come from that background. I play so many video games, so many RPGs, watch so many movies and series, and I have been a fan of the entertainment, the good entertainment, the epic entertainment, science fiction, all that, since I was a kid, like my whole life. That it's one of the few things that if we get real about it, and you ask me and I answer realistically about the years of experience that I have with this stuff, it's like my whole life. Obviously, number of years of experience writing and editing the books, it is less, but it is at least 10 by now, because it's been like a hobby in the back burner since I was since I was at the middle of the university years, and it's probably one of the only hobbies that I never quitted. I quit gaming like twice. Like in the PS3 generation, I barely played anything. I almost skipped the PS3 generation, which if you go to the Valkerian creator profile, my profile in PSN, you're gonna see that I barely have anything during those years, and I barely have anything for the PS3, and that's the reason why. Because I literally quitted that cold turkey because I was too busy with another job, with the classes at the university. I'm almost doing that right now with the beer gaming too. Why? Because of the job that I began not long ago, which is it has solved my financial situation and has given me more time to do the other stuff, thankfully. Like this was like miraculous. Like I literally quitted the beer gaming and got really serious about this, and one day I stood here and I made a video like saying like I need to focus the next 5 months and get things done. And then 2 months and a half later, which is today, 2 months and a half later, I already have the financial situation solved. So hopefully in the next 2 months and a half I can get like 10 chapters. 10 chapters is a lot, like at least 9 chapters of the book done, and I should be able to figure out how to, in Patreon.com, how to be able to sell the PDFs of volumes. I can make the volumes, each volume between 5 and 10 chapters, and then I will price them very low, like a really cheap price. And I would like to do it like that, because that way I don't have to wait until I finish the whole book with like 50 chapters, so that then I can release that. That would take me like a year, maybe more, who knows. But then if I release them in volumes, 5 to 10 chapters, then people will begin, they will be able to begin seeing the story and the things that I can do. Maybe I can do like one of those volumes every 1 month or every 2 months, so then we can begin seeing that faster, and then we can actually put an accelerator on my series, on begin showing it, selling it, advancing in it, and putting it out there in the public, so that it can be a thing that is not just in my head, that is not just imagination for me. For me it is a fact, I already know it, but that is also something that you guys and girls and women and everyone, literally anyone that can read, right? If you can read, you can benefit from knowing the series and the stories that I already know, which have been my inspiration and my fuel and my motor and my everything, really, my everything in many ways during the last years, and they still are. That's why I'm still here. I will continue going this path, but it's gonna be a lot easier now, because now I have the financial part, my bills, the job that pays my stuff, basically, that's already under control, that's solved. And now I can finally begin planning and focusing on also doing the other stuff in the extra time that I have. Maybe I will just use the same video and publish the same video as the opening one for the Author Pedro Cristobal channel, and as the opening one for this channel too, right? Because even though this is basically the channel that shows all the VR gaming that I did, the talking videos, like my own personal TED Talks at home that I did before, there are many of them that I uploaded here in this Valkerian Creator channel. All that is gonna stay here. So this is kind of like the training channel, legacy channel from this guy. This is how it all began, and this is where I came from. And then the other one is where it's gonna be the main thing. In the other one, in the Author Pedro Cristobal, I also want to emphasize that I don't really care if many people follow me or not, but I want to make clear that anyone that likes what I do, if you will like me as a friend, follow me there. You can also follow me here if you want, right? Same. But in the other ones, where I'm gonna emphasize, because I'm gonna make more videos for the other one from now on. Here I plan to go to my archives, to all these things I have saved in that terabyte from when I used to do the beer gaming, and if there are epic videos that I haven't uploaded yet, I'm gonna upload them so you can see them. And but after that, it's gonna be just the other part of Valkerian Entertainment, the name that I put here in this channel, which is what is the other part of Valkerian Entertainment? Well, it's the main part for me. It's not the beer gaming. It is the science fiction action thrillers, the great stories with the these inspiring characters and heroes and great ideas and all that. It's literally like a science fiction Naruto Shippuden without any filler, only with the good stuff, only with the with the episodes that we want to see. One piece without fillers, going straight to the main things in each arc. So that's the kind of thing that I want to do. And it was the kind of thing that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, this really entertaining and epic anime series like the obviously Dragon Ball Z. This is almost like a given at this point. Dragon Ball Z was a big deal. It was a big deal for me too. I really enjoyed it. And those kind of stories. So if I can do them in the science fiction sector, why not? Should be done. So I will do them then. So that's what comes next for me. And yeah, just in case anyone is wondering, I'm not gonna quit the beer gaming cold turkey and forever, but obviously it's gonna go casual. It's gonna go casual because there aren't enough hours in the day to do the job that gives me the money that I need to pay the bills, and to then write several of them. It's not just one or two science fiction action thrillers in the form of books. But what I'm planning to do is sell them, share them through patreon.com after I learn how to do all that there with PDFs. And I'm not gonna do it the whole book. I'm gonna do it like in volumes, like I don't know, maybe a 50-page volume with the first 10 chapters, and I can already put that out there without having to wait to finish the whole thing, which might take me a long time, like a year even. Who knows? It can take a long time. It's not easy at all. And that's where things are going. So for Valkerian Creator, you're gonna see less videos after I go through all my catalog and begin sharing like old but really good video gaming videos that I have there. And then after that, it's going to be focused on Valkerian Entertainment. The other side. What is the other side? It's not the beer gaming. It's what I can produce myself, basically. And the other channel, main one. So if you really want to befriend me, see what I'm gonna do, and continue on the journey with me, which I will highly recommend, obviously. You go to @author_Pedro_Cristobal. So that's gonna have a lot more. I'm gonna put videos there that don't have anything to do with the stories, because for example, I learned how to swim in my late 20s. I am in my 30s right now, by the way. So I learned how to swim in my late 20s, and I can give a lot of tips to people that have a lot of difficulty with that, like I did. I had tremendous difficulty learning how to swim. So I can make a video telling you how me, Pedro Cristobal, Author Pedro Cristobal, who also happens to be the Valkerian creator guy from PSN, learn that. And I think that would be extremely useful, probably much more useful than going to a coach, because the swimming coaches, they don't understand what it is like to not know it and to have great difficulty learning it. So tips from someone who learned that way on his own by himself, I think that would be really great. I already have a video related to that. I think it is in this channel somewhere. I forgot the name now, but I can make a better video now, so I'll probably do that. And then there are other topics that I can talk about like that and give really good advice from things that I learned. So I'm gonna do that in the other channel. The other channel is also going to, like for example, if I think something really interesting, like how is YouTube evolving, how are things evolving for us now in, after 2020, with the modern things, with the robots and all that. I noticed the other day that the vision that the NVIDIA CEO has for the future of society and robotics and all that is something that resembles Mega Man Battle Network. Literally, what you saw in those games, it resembles that, what they're thinking. So I want to make a video talking about that, which is it's not science fiction. It's something that might be coming in the next few years, and most people are not even remotely aware about it. So I want to make a video about it. Remember, as someone that can be a great science fiction author, I do like these topics in real life, not only in imagination, not only in fiction. I do like all this stuff for real too. With the things that are coming and all that. I can make some really good videos talking about that. That's gonna go in the @author_Pedro_Cristobal channel. And if someone wants to ask me a question, wants to see what I think about something, especially related to these science fiction topics, you can probably in the comments in one of the videos ask me. I will see it, and then I might make a video responding to that in the other channel, in the authors channel. And yeah, in a nutshell, everything I'm thinking is more focused on the other channel, but here in this one I will also make some videos like linking you to those things. Naturally, I would prefer if you also go to the other one, so that you follow in the main location and you get everything that I can share with you. I think that I will share very useful stuff, because the stories and the books, they're gonna be very entertaining, but they are also good to prepare us for what is coming in the not so far, it's actually pretty close, future. Everything else that I share is gonna be useful, because, for example, the video where I tell you my tips to teach you how to swim if you have difficulty with it, like I did, that will be useful for anyone that needs it. So those are the kind of things that I want to talk about and share. The video where I'm gonna talk more about how the vision for our future on planet Earth here, that many people that have a lot of power today have, is literally an equivalent to Mega Man Battle Network series, to what you see in that series. I don't think that anyone has talked about that yet, so I'm gonna make a video about that. In the author's channel, the other one, if I use this video that's the cover for that one, it will be in this one then. I'm also going to finish, like in that one I made a video telling you that I can do an alternate story for Xenoblade Chronicles 4. For what can they do before doing my original stuff, which is what I'm gonna begin working on with what's coming for me in the next few months. I did a lot of fan fiction, and if you look at my links, you're gonna reach let me see if I can tell you the site right now. It is authorpredictable.wordpress.com. I think that's the main website. That's where I put all my fan fiction. If you go to that site /fan fiction, you're gonna find series and all that. What I did for The Matrix, for Star Wars Episode 8, and I did all that before those official ones were released. So I basically came up with a story to do a Star Wars Episode 8, to do a Matrix movie 4, those kind of things before the official ones were released. And I published that and put it out there before the official ones were released. And I'm not saying this to brag or anything. I mean, if you go and read them, you will understand why I say this. Were better than the official stories. Like, for example, the one I did for the Matrix Revelations was way better than what they did for, Resurrections. Much better than what they did for Resurrections, the final one. The other one, the one I did was so much better than what they did in The Last Jedi. And those things, if you think about it, they were already proof that I have a good mind to come up with really good science fiction action thrillers. That's what I came up with those before. So, and yeah, I came up with more than that. Like, I want to share in my new author's channel, like what I would do, like I did with those. Like before Star Wars Episode 8, I came up with a better one and I shared it. Before The Matrix 4, I came up with a better way to do The Matrix 4 and I shared it. But those are not my original stories, right? So it's not the same as right now where I'm gonna do the original stuff. But I can also do that for Xenoblade Chronicles 4. And I think that anyone that played Xenoblade Chronicles 3 knows how much of an amazing story it is. At the level of that story is how I'm gonna do my own original and new series. At that level, pretty much. It is the only story that I ever saw in books, in video games, RPGs, in a TV series like Stargate SG-1 and all that, in anime series. The only story and all that ever felt to me that it was as good as the ones that I can do was Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, guess what? I came up with a story for Xenoblade Chronicles 4. I'm gonna share that. I'm not gonna waste the time to actually write it, because I should be writing my new original stuff, something new for the science fiction genre, a new series. But I'm gonna make a video where I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna say my whole story for Xenoblade Chronicles 4. And I'm not saying this to brag or anything, but just to be realistic. If it is better than what this epic company that makes Xenogears and all the Xenoblades makes for the official Xenoblade Chronicles 4 in a few years from now, maybe in 2 years or 3 years from now, I think that will prove that I really have the ability, the skill, the imagination, whatever you want to call it, to come up with this level of stories. And that's good news, of course, because that will mean that my series, the one I'm gonna begin working on and putting out there in the next few months, really has the potential to make a dent in the genre. Like, I want it to be one of the top 10. I don't know if it's gonna be or not. No one really knows, right? Until after it happens. But even if you don't know, you can still have this intuition that we all have. And intuition is almost like a divine thing, in my opinion, because it makes you feel, I can do this, and it's most likely right. Like, when you have a big intuition about something special, you shouldn't let it go, because maybe that's one of the great things that you can do in your life. That's the way I feel about this. So, how long is it? 37 minutes. I'm gonna have so much difficulty making short videos. I don't have it in me to make videos that are shorter than 20 minutes. But that's another thing that I have to work on. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I will probably use the same video as the introduction for the two channels, because in the VR gaming channel, even if I post a lot of other VR videos that I have saved there in my computer, even if I do that, I'm going this route. I'm going this new route, basically. My material, my stuff. I need to produce my material already, because if it can be great, then, well, it's time. It's time to go that path, to go in that direction. And the other channel is going to be for anyone that wants to be friends with me, friends with Valkerian Creator, friends with author Pedro Cristobal. Pedro, me, that's my real name. My original language is Spanish, by the way, but you can probably tell from my accent. However, at this point in my life, I already write much better in English, because I have spent more than 2/3 of my life writing, listening to, also speaking English. So I still don't have the accent. I probably will never have the true English accent. It just doesn't happen. But I'm already at a level where I can produce something really great in English, in my second language. Maybe if it is something truly great, I can be the person that also translates it to Spanish. But I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. We're gonna wait until the first book in English is done and finished, and that's more important to me, really. And so you're gonna hear about these things. You're gonna know when I finally publish something to sell it. You will be able to go to Patreon, my Patreon, and get it there. I'm gonna share that in the other channel and here. And this is where my life is going now, really. Finally, I think I'm much better positioned for this, because I didn't have a job to pay all my bills, but now I do, and I have it under control, thank God. So what comes next is finally doing the thing that can fulfill my full potential. And what can fulfill my full potential is not the money-making job. It's the truth. It's not the money-making job. It's the science fiction series that I can write, the the entertainment, and perhaps more importantly, the inspiration that I can produce. Because we never know. Even I don't know for sure. Like, I feel it can be great, but what if it ends up becoming one of the, top 10 science fiction series of all time? So basically, it needs to be done. That's why I am organizing everything, including myself, to continue with this path. And I've been thinking about this video for a while, but I was busy with the job, so I decided to get the other stuff under control. And then when I finally have it under control, that was 1 month ago, so now I have it under control 1 month later, I returned here and made this video, and from now on this is where we're gonna go. In the other channel, in an author, Pedro Crystal, I'm gonna share with you also not only the entertainment and not just the books, but I'm also going to share with you good ideas that I have, like how I decorate to inspire myself, things that have helped me to to be better, perhaps not just in the writing, perhaps also in other activities, like something sports related, like something for health, like running and that kind of thing. I can share all that with you. I will consider viewers the equivalent of friends of mine, so I will make the videos with that in mind. I'm recommending these things for a group of friends, and that will make it very interesting for me and also for you. So that's it. This is it for today. We're gonna see how things go. I am very excited about how things are gonna go, because finally I'm gonna go with what I have been planning for years. But I was just busy or on the wrong path, or too worried about the money making endeavors which I didn't have under control. But now that I do, it's finally time to organize the path and go forward with it. Okay, so this is author Pedro Crystal, the Valkerian creator in PSN, signing out. This is it for today, folks. See you next time, next episode.